Hey, we're live. Tori here from Overlook Horizon. Don't have anybody here in the live video yet, but I'm sure we'll get a couple people jumping on board, checking out the day's events and what went down for NASA Social Day. Well, I guess officially this is day 1 for NASA Social, but day 2 for me down here in Cape Canaveral, Florida. Had an awesome day today. I can't see any of the comments. Oh, hello. Hey, there, that's better. Much better. It also was blocking my light sensor. Okay. Anyways, so we started off the day. We got our press credentials. We can do show and tell too for this kind of stuff. We started off the day. We got our press credentials, which look something like this. There's also a yellow press credential. Something is buzzing. Maybe it's my microphone. Hold on. Is that any better? Is it still buzzing? Hopefully that's better. Let me know if it's still buzzing. I can always switch to a different microphone. I don't know, my stuff got jostled around a little bit today because when we went to the mic, the buzz. Okay, let me know if it's still buzzing. If it's still buzzing, I got a different microphone we can use. It's possible this mic might have gotten still buzzing. Hold on. We're going to try a different one. How's this? Any better? Oh, hello. There we go. We'll try this microphone. See if this is any better. So I'm guessing that would be a huge bummer if my microphone got ruined somehow. But during the social event today, we went crystal clear E. What do you mean clear E? Clear, much better. Okay, or better. It just says better. I guess I made up the much better. Wishful thinking, I guess. I could also... Alright, sorry, I'm probably blowing everybody's eardrums out by doing that. Okay, anyway, so let's talk about the day today. So, started out getting press credentials today, which look like this. This is what I started talking about. There is a yellow credential in the back, which is actually the official credential. The one on the front is what they call a commemorative credential. This is not actually the official one. The yellow one is the actual credential, but I can't show it to you because they told us very strictly when we picked up our credentials that the yellow one is not to be photographed or shared, so I can't show you the yellow one, but that's my official one in the background. Ooh, super top secret. So anyways, we got our credentials at the press site. We got our nice little hashtag NASA Social lanyards. And then we headed out to the press building where they actually do NASA TV live for a lot of the mission briefings and things like that. And so we actually participated in the NASA Social live TV event at 11 o'clock this morning. We were live on NASA TV. If anybody watched it, I mean, it was kind of a long event, but I actually made an appearance live on NASA TV. I asked a little question about the mission. They showed my mug on screen, and so I actually got on NASA TV this morning. So we had that event this morning. That lasted for about an hour, and that was pretty much all we did this morning, was just the live NASA TV event. But it was a lot of good information. They talked about tomorrow's TESS mission, lifting off at Slick 40 at 6:32 p.m. tomorrow. Then it will be making a landing attempt on, of course, I Still Love You out at sea. It's actually it's going to be a really far landing attempt because the first stage separation is actually around like 3 minutes tomorrow, which is really long, really deep into the mission. A lot of times those separations are around like 1.5 minutes or 2 minutes, somewhere around there. So this booster separation isn't occurring till 3 minutes. Landing attempt on, of course, I Still Love You out at sea. Then it's going to go into a parking orbit, then a highly elliptical orbit. And one thing that was new that didn't really find out until today, actually a lot of the press didn't even know until today at our NASA TV event, is they are not going to deorbit the second stage. They're actually going to kick it out into a further, I think, heliocentric orbit instead of geocentric orbits to basically discard the upper stage rocket. So anyways, that's what we kind of learned today during the NASA TV event, and I'm sure all of you watched the NASA TV event, right? You all saw me on NASA TV this morning. I know at least one person did. So yeah, but I did actually make it on NASA TV this morning for about 5 seconds while I asked my question. And then after that, then we pretty much had free reign of the Kennedy Space Center to kind of just wander the park there on our own. So that was pretty awesome. I was in the rocket garden. I did a lot of filming, a lot of photo taking. If you follow me on Instagram or Twitter, your phone was probably blowing up with my photos that I kept posting all day. We posted a whole bunch of them, and that was about like 1% of what I actually took today are the ones that I posted. So I've got so many photos and so many videos from today. The videos, I don't have any way to show them to you at the moment because they're just being stored on my phone here, and then when I get back home, we'll compile them all, we'll create a video and show you the whole experience afterwards. But for now, they're just on my phone, so all I can show you is what I've actually put up on Instagram and Twitter, and they're on Facebook too. The Facebook ones, for some reason, they don't come up as like individual posts when I put them up. They're all being collected in the NASA social photo album on the Overlook Horizon page. So if you go on the Overlook Horizon Facebook page and you're looking for the photos from today, if you go to the photos tab, there's an album called NASA Social, and they're in there. There's, I don't know, a bunch of photos in there from today. So check those out if you want to see today's photos. If you're on Facebook or Twitter and Instagram, I was posting all day and they all come up as individual posts. So yeah, we toured. So the first thing I did, we looked around the rocket garden. It's basically actual rockets from NASA that are mounted vertically or in this rocket garden. It's everything from there's a Saturn S4B that's lying down on its side, which was the smaller sibling to the Apollo 5 rocket. There is a Gemini rocket there. There's a Mercury Redstone there. So there's I can't even remember all of them, but there's like 7 or 8 of these rockets in the rocket garden. So I got to see all of those up close, and they're actual rockets. They're not like paper mache or something. They are actual rockets that were designed to work and actually be flown. So this is a real deal. So we saw that today. Then the big attraction or the big event was going over to see Space Shuttle Atlantis. They really play it up. They do a whole like movie scene, and they run through the whole development of it, and then they finally like you can't even just walk into the building. Like you have to be let into like a staging area where they hype it up and they show you this film about the development of the shuttle and really get you excited about it, and then the doors finally open, and it's all automated. It's pretty cool, and it's all like surround sound and 3D. There's stuff happening above you and behind you and around you, and so like you're trying to watch this movie that's going on all over the place, and then they finally open the doors and let you in. And then you can kind of roam around. But the actual Space Shuttle Atlantis was there. That was pretty awesome to see that like right up close. Everything is just out of reach of your hand. Almost like they thought about that and they didn't want people touching it. But everything is like very close, almost where you can touch it, but just out of reach, so you don't touch it. But yeah, the actual shuttle was right there. Payload bay doors were open. You could see it. They had a replica Hubble Space Telescope there that you could look at. Then what else did we do? Then you go downstairs. The big thing was the space shuttle launch experience, which is basically like a ride that you get into, and it's a shuttle launch simulator that's supposed to be the most realistic launch simulator that they've ever built as far as feel and sound and things like that. So you get on that, and this thing's shaking around, and you go through the whole launch and the booster separation, and you feel everything and you hear everything, and it was awesome. That was pretty cool. So we went and did that. Then there's a bunch of exhibits there that you can look at. We looked through, and then what else do we see? There was, and then there's a couple other like exhibits that we went and looked at for like the Gemini program, and there's a Heroes of NASA and the Astronaut Hall of Fame. We went through and looked at all of that. So, ton of stuff to look at today. It was pretty awesome. So that was my day. That pretty much lasted from. We got done with all the press stuff. I got back to the Space Center at like 1 o'clock. And then from 1 to 6, I was at the Space Center kind of wandering around, doing my thing, taking pictures. Spent some time getting to know some of the people that are also in this NASA social group. So met a lot of nice people here at the event with me, which is pretty awesome. Everybody's pretty very friendly, which is fantastic. And so then 6 o'clock came. They kicked us out of the park. We had to leave. And that's pretty much about the point that I'm at now. I haven't really done much since then, other than try to collect my thoughts and get all my stuff ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow's the big day. So today felt like I was busy all day, but somehow tomorrow's the busy day. So tomorrow we start again at 9 o'clock in the morning, and tomorrow we're touring tomorrow's like the VIP tour section. Today was kind of the touristy stuff where we could look around the Space Center and do pretty much what the general public does. Tomorrow we're going on the VIP tour, which has some aspects that you could do as a general public, but then there's a lot of like stuff that the general public doesn't have access to. So we'll have a close-up tour of Launch Pad 40, where the actual rocket is going vertical tonight at around midnight. They're going to bring the rocket vertical, and so we'll be at the launch pad right up close tomorrow morning to see that on Launch Pad 40. So we'll see the rocket. We have a surface tour of Launch Pad 39B, which is not currently in use, but they're making a lot of changes, getting ready for the SLS missions coming up. So we're going to have a surface tour there and take a look at all the different stuff going on at Launch Pad 39B. We're going to see the shuttle runway facility and the stuff they're doing there. We're going to get a tour of the vehicle assembly building tomorrow. So I did post some pictures today on Twitter and Instagram and the Facebook machines where you can see the vehicle assembly building behind me. We didn't actually go through that today, but the press site that we were at was right next to it. So of course I'm going to take a picture. But tomorrow we actually get to tour it. And what else? We're going to SwampWorks tomorrow, which is basically NASA's research and development buildings and stuff, where they're doing a lot of robotics and stuff like that. They said even tomorrow when we're at SwampWorks, there may be sections that we're not allowed to photograph or do anything like that because there may be confidential stuff that can't get out there. There's also one of the things that I thought was kind of interesting about SwampWorks is they said it's not so much that it's confidential, but it's against the law to share some of that stuff with people outside of the United States, which is really weird. Apparently we have this like technology export law where our like super confident, or I don't even know what it is, but like some sort of super high tech stuff, it's okay for the American public to see it, but it is not okay for us to share it outside of the borders of the United States, which would be, if you share it on the internet, that's considered outside the borders. So that was really weird to me. But they said the guy cited two different laws that that we may run into at SwampWorks that prevent the export of secret technology. It's not, like I said, it's not secret to the U.S. citizens or to the U.S. people living in the U.S., but it's not allowed to be shown outside the borders of the U.S., which, I don't know, that was really weird to me. I would have never even thought of that. But apparently they have some of that at SwampWorks tomorrow. We'll find out. Let's see. Gregorius said, do they transport the rocket from the assembly building to the launch pad horizontal or vertical? Well, the vehicle assembly building I'm talking about is the Apollo era vehicle assembly building, where and also it was used for the space shuttle, and I believe it will be reused again for the SLS missions. Those were built vertically and transported vertically right to the launch pad. SpaceX does not use the vehicle assembly building that I'm talking about. They have their own assembly building that they assemble. The SpaceX Falcon rockets are assembled horizontally. They're taken to the pad horizontally, and then they're lifted vertically, usually the day before launch or a couple hours before launch. So for this launch, it's happening midnight tonight, so it's not even on the pad right now. It's going to be lifted vertically around midnight tonight, and then we'll be that way all the way up until 6 p.m. tomorrow for launch time, 6:32 p.m. So, let's see what else was I going to say? So we're touring SwampWorks tomorrow, and then did I miss anything else? I don't know. I've got the agenda around here somewhere. But that covers most of the stuff that we're doing tomorrow. And then we're going to the NASA Causeway to actually view the launch. And the NASA Causeway, so I found out after we talked yesterday about some of the broadcast stuff, I watched the Atlas V yesterday, Saturday night. The Atlas V, I was 12 miles away from the Atlas V, which was still an amazing view. You didn't really get the sound from 12 miles away, but still an amazing view. So that the test mission for SpaceX Falcon 9 that I'm watching tomorrow night, we will be 2.5 to 2.7 miles away is what they said. I thought it was more like 3.5, 3.7, but they said today that the spot on the NASA Causeway where we're watching this from is about 2.5 miles away from the launch site, which is crazy. We're going to be like right there for launch. So that's what we're going to be watching, or where we're going to be watching the SpaceX Falcon 9 liftoff from. Tomorrow is the NASA Causeway, which is actually, I was talking to, after the broadcast yesterday, there's so many things to talk about. After the broadcast yesterday, I went out to a local bar right around, it's like 100 feet from my hotel here. Went out there and ran into a ton of one of the journalists that I follow for a lot of SpaceX news, and I ran into a lot of the launch photographers that set up remote cameras and take those amazing photos and videos of the flames coming off the rockets. They were all there after the Atlas V launch. They were at this local bar here, so I walked in and I just sat down and started talking with them. It was a little bit creepy at first. I was like, "Hey, I know you. You have no idea who I am, but I'm going to sit down and talk to you anyways." And so that was my night after the broadcast yesterday. As they sat there for like 2 hours chatting with these guys. So it was pretty awesome. But what was I going to say? I was talking to them about where we were going to launch or watch the TESS launch from tomorrow, and they were actually really jealous because we're going to be closer than the regular press is for the Falcon 9 launch, because they have to go to the press site. So yeah, it should be a pretty good view, and we have water in front of us between us and the pad. It's just water between us, so we have an unobstructed view. Should be a pretty awesome view for tomorrow if it goes off. So let's see. Gregorio said, yes, it's called the ITAR regulation to prevent launcher technology from going out from the U.S. They're afraid of other nation can gain ICBM technology. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. So I'm glad you refreshed my memory on that, because that's exactly what they told us today. I just couldn't remember it all. But yeah, they did say that it was that ITAR regulation that there's some stuff at SwampWorks that we're not going to be allowed to photograph and stuff because they don't want that technology going out. The guy, he goes, he was pretty funny today. He was like, yeah, we're going to be looking at some stuff. You guys, you guys are going to call it rocket technology. Other countries, they might call it missile technology. So there's some stuff that you're not going to be able to take pictures of. So yeah, that's what we're looking at for SwampWorks tomorrow. Let's see. There's Mom. Mom says you're a stalker fan. Yeah, that was pretty much me at the bar. I walked right in. I recognized him right away. He's a pretty unique, unique looking guy that I could pick out right away. And I walked in the bar, and you got to also understand the type of bar it was. So this type of bar is like, there's huge tables. So like 12, 10-foot long. I don't even know if they're 10-foot long tables, but they're big tables. But they had multiple parties sitting at every table. So they had a party of 3, and then right next to them would be another party of 3, all sitting at the same table. But that's just how they pack them in at this bar. It's like everybody, they sit 2 or 3 parties together at the same table. So when I walked in, the hostess was like, "Well, you can pretty much, you're gonna have to sit with somebody. I'll show you the places that are open. You can sit here, you can sit here, you can sit here." And when she got to the second or third one, I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna sit here with these guys." And I go, "I'm gonna sit here with these guys because I know these guys." And they all looked at me like, "Who are you?" And then I introduced myself and told them why I know them, and then they were excited, and I told them about our group here, the Overlook Horizon group, and some of the weather balloon stuff that we're doing. So they were all pretty interested. So yeah, that was fun to hang out with those guys at the bar yesterday, and then and actually I'm probably going to go back there to after this broadcast. Who knows? Maybe we'll run into somebody again. But yeah, we're gonna let's see, tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow's going to be a busy day. I'm definitely still going to post photos and stuff, but what I wanted to say plan-wise, because I don't know how this is going to work. I don't have good feelings about live broadcasting for the launch tomorrow. I don't have good feelings about that. I have a feeling, especially, there's supposed to be a lot of people for this launch. Like, people are coming in from all over the place. They're closing roads really early tomorrow. So if you are in the area and you're going to try to come watch this, you better get here early. But they, the bandwidth from Saturday night, as soon as the rocket was about to launch, was awful. Like 5 seconds before launch. It was fine right up until launch time. And then 5 seconds before launch, all the mobile bandwidth got taken over and I had nothing left. So I don't have good feelings about the mobile bandwidth. So I think what my plan is for tomorrow, I'm going to try to live broadcast it. I don't know how that's going to work out, but I got a tablet here that's got a camera on it that I'm going to live broadcast from the tablet. I'm going to keep my nice phone, and I'm just going to record video and take pictures from my phone while the launch is happening, so that I have something that's very good quality at the end of the day. I'm also going to set up my GoPro cameras, at least one of them, maybe more than one. Set those up to see the launch as well. So I should have a live broadcast, my phone, and a GoPro, 3 things running for this launch tomorrow. That's the plan, at least. I don't have good feelings about the live broadcast. I bet it will be fine for the first 30 minutes or so. But then come launch time, I have a feeling the bandwidth is going to be poor. Especially because I was talking to a lot of the people today about, at the NASA social group, and a lot of them are also planning on live streaming. There's some Periscope streamers, some YouTube streamers, some Facebook streamers. There's a lot of people planning the live broadcast. I have a feeling the mobile bandwidth is going to get sucked up pretty quickly, so I don't have good feelings for that. So FYI, that's the plan. And at least if the mobile bandwidth is bad and I'm not able to broadcast in a decent quality sort of way, then at least I'll have decent quality photos and videos from my phone that I can share out afterwards. So that's the idea. We'll see how it goes. I don't know, what else do I got to say? Oh, I guess the only other thing here that we can take a look at, did I bring it over? Where did I put it? Oh, it's behind me here. We got a whole bunch of swag here from the NASA social. So the people at NASA, they gave us some astronaut ice cream. Who doesn't like astronaut ice cream, right? I mean, that's a staple for spaceflight. And then we got we got some books about exoplanets, and I'm like holding my microphone with one hand because my other one didn't work. But we got some exoplanet books about how you find exoplanets. And then we got a whole huge folder here that, here, this second. Oh, hello. Sorry. Let me fix that. Got a whole huge folder here of all kinds of swag. We got some pins, some mission pins here. Let me, oh, hold on. They pin them all to the folder. So we got like our little mission pins for TESS that look something like that. We got a whole bunch of stickers, NASA stickers. We got some MIT TESS stickers. So if you don't know, MIT is one of the big groups behind the TESS mission. They're actually going to be supporting the mission and running a lot of the mission, the data analysis as the images from TESS come back. They're the ones that are actually going to be running that analysis and looking for the exoplanets. So that got the MIT sticker there. Got some space. You can't really see this one, but this is a. Will it focus on it? You're just going to see my ring light, but that's a NASA launch service sticker. We got some TESS mission patches. Those are pretty awesome. Got a whole bunch of those. We got another TESS sticker, and I have like multiple copies of all these stickers. So they gave us a whole bunch of them. I'm just showing you one at a time. That's pretty much it. These are all the rest of it. And then everything else is like literature of, oh, we did get some other pins here. Let's see if I can take this off with one hand. Another TESS pin. Like that. So yeah, we got a whole bunch of swag here from the people at NASA, which is pretty awesome. Let me see if I can get this back on, or maybe I'll do it after the broadcast. Yeah, we'll do it later. Oh, and then there's another pin here. And another pin. NASA Launch Service Program pin. So yeah, I got a whole bunch of cool stuff here. I got some stuff at the Kennedy Space Center at the gift shop. Got myself a new NASA hat. Got some NASA socks. I like the crazy socks, so I got some of that. I got the family some stuff. They don't know what it is yet, so I'm not going to say it on the broadcast because I know they're watching, and so I'm not going to tell you what I got you, but I'll show you when I get home. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We got a whole bunch of TESS stuff, TESS posters. I don't know, all kinds of stuff. We know we got everything TESS related. So yeah, Gregorius says you're all test out. Yeah, we got a whole bunch of stuff. So yeah, that's where we are. I'm exhausted from today, and today was not even the busy day. We're standing up all day. Of course, I had my backpack on all day. My shoulders are going to be killing me tomorrow from that bag because I got 3 batteries. Extended batteries in there that are all like, they're pretty big batteries. I used like 25% of one of those extended batteries today. I plugged it in to see. I was like, oh, this thing's got to be dead and got to be drained. I was using it all day today. 25% of one of those extended batteries I used today, and I brought 3 of them with me. So I guess I got plenty of battery to last me. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's pretty much it. That's all I got here. But we'll be, tomorrow will be the busy day. We'll see how that goes. And hopefully I can get some more cool photos and videos. I got a whole bunch. I mean, I shared out maybe, I don't know, what did I share? Like 7 or 8 photos and videos out today. So check them out on the Instagram, Twitter, and they're also in that NASA Social Facebook album. You can check out those photos. I got probably, I saw a notification on my phone that I took over 400 photos today, and I only shared 7 or 8 of them. So there's a lot there. A lot of them there's a lot of video content too that we'll share in the, when I get back. We'll put those videos together, put something up on YouTube. So anyways, that's the day so far. It was pretty awesome. Had a lot of fun. Got to meet a lot of cool people, some sciencey people. One of the orbital ATK guys that I talked to, that I was after the press conference, I was asking him some questions. You could tell he was like a super smart guy. Like he was getting deep into some of the orbital mechanics and stuff, and I don't know if he could see my eyes glaze over when he started talking to me about that, but he got real deep into some orbital mechanics. I mean, I know like the basics about orbital mechanics, but he got real deep into it after I asked him a question after the press briefing that we had. But he seemed like a super smart guy, at least as far as orbital mechanics go, because he went off on... I can't even tell you what he was explaining. The question was, I was asking him about the TESS mission. Originally, during concept phases, had a large kick stage. This was before the Falcon 9 was even a viable launch vehicle at all. And so originally it was going to go up on a smaller rocket, and then TESS was going to have its own kick stage, which is basically like it's essentially a rocket on board the satellite. And I just asked him, kind of the history behind that, and what the cost differences were, versus maybe using a lighter, having the Falcon 9 do a parking orbit and not this big elliptical orbit, and would it be less expensive for them to do it that way and then use the kick stage things. So I started and then he went off into the orbital mechanics thing, and I kind of went, huh, all right. So I understood about maybe 10% of what he told me, but I do have a video of it, so I'll share that with you all, and you can tell, as long as the video came out of some decent quality, then you can hear him say it, and maybe it'll make sense to somebody else out there. But he was very nice guy. So anyways, let's see, I guess that's all I got for now. I think I'm gonna call it a night here, and I gotta get ready for tomorrow, and so that's it for me. That's day 2 here in Cape Canaveral. Day 1, the official day 1 of NASA Social, and tomorrow will be the last official day. Day 2 of NASA Social will be day 3. Launch is at 6:32 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll have stuff out all day, so definitely check out Twitter and Instagram, because I'll definitely have a lot of photos there. They should also go up on Facebook as well, but like I said at the beginning, the Facebook album, it doesn't seem to come up as like a regular post, so you may miss them on Facebook. If you're looking, you pretty much have to go looking for them if you're going to find them on Facebook. I don't know why they don't come up as a post, but you got to go looking for them on Facebook. They're the Facebook NASA Social photo album that's up on our Overlook Horizon Facebook page. So check those out if you want to see the photos for today or for tomorrow, or if you're on Twitter and Instagram, those should come up normally, and just as soon as I post them, I'll just spam you all day long with photos and videos. So anyways, that's what's happening. I'm going to wrap it up here, and appreciate you guys hanging out. Have fun tomorrow. You said, yeah, appreciate that. I'm sure I will have fun tomorrow, because today was awesome, and I expected today to be the low-key day, but today was pretty awesome, so I imagine tomorrow will be just as awesome, if not better. So, hopefully. Yeah, all right. Well, that's it. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it, and everybody have a good rest of the night, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks. Take care.